count on for local news that matters. This is your forecast first from KARK4.
Hey, let's get started with our forecast here. I do want to show you something. Let's take a look at the RDOT camera from earlier this evening where we had some of that snowfall and significant amounts of snow happening with Mountain View area or just to the south of there. This is actually near Leslie on US 65 near Marshall. Looks like snowplows are attempting to get that cleared off where temperatures have dropped for quite a bit of time here into the lower 30s, just enough to where now any of the roadway that's in contact with the ground is having some of that sticking there and significant amounts. Some locations near Marshall, especially in those higher elevations, collecting around 10 inches. It is quite incredible. Of course, we're going to have a little bit more coming up, but we want to send it back over to Cassandra right now to talk a little bit more about what's happening with this winter wonderland.
Hayden, thank you. Several locations across the state are covered in snow tonight. As Hayden said, a winter storm moves through. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for KARK4 News at 10. I'm Cassandra Webb. We're bringing you some team coverage this evening. Meteorologist Hayden Nix, of course, will have the latest on your forecast. Our Andrew Epperson is live for us in Bradford. Jay Burr will have the latest from Little Rock, and Alex Engel will join us live all the way from Fayetteville with the latest on the snowfall there. First, we're going to turn it over to meteorologist Hayden Nix, who's been tracking the system all day long. Hayden, how much longer will the snow last?
Well, at this point, we have about 8 hours left before everything is entirely east of the Mississippi River. But right now, we are right in the thick of the big transition happening in central Arkansas. Most of this has been locked up across north central and northwestern Arkansas, but now starting to see a lot of this taking place across the metro. And eventually, we're going to see this progress even more across areas of South Arkansas. Even got a report from some friends down in Cleveland County near Rison and Kingsland saying that they have got a lot of snow falling at this time. So we've even got areas down in south central sections of the state experiencing this as expected, but they could get a little bit more than what we've been forecasting. But you can see a big wave of snowfall actually happening now as the temperatures have gotten cool enough. Now, yes, it does say Little Rock's at 35. Snow can still fall above freezing, but we've got to watch how those temperatures continue to drop. We do have a winter storm warning in effect for all counties in white, including the metro. Purple is going to be your winter weather advisory, 1 to 2 inches expected, where in white, that's 2 to 4 inches plus. Of course, we're going to talk more about how this forecast will continue on later tonight and what's ahead going into next week coming up in just a little bit.
Hayden, thank you. The Arkansas Storm Team, of course, will continue to track this winter weather as it tracks across our state. So if you haven't done this already, download the Stormteam app using the QR code that you see there on your screen. All you have to do is pull out your smartphone, open your camera, and point it at the code. Then just follow the easy instructions there. You can use this app with Apple and Android devices. And as we mentioned before, we've got crews out in the snow all day long tracking this snowfall. So we want to turn it over now to our Andrew Epperson, who is live for us now in Bradford. Andrew, how are the conditions there tonight? Well, Andrew said the snow's been coming down pretty heavy over the last couple of hours, but the temperatures hovered around 34 to 35 degrees. So hopefully we'll get Andrew back later on in the broadcast for you. So Central Arkansas is also seeing snowfall today. Right now you're looking at video captured from Maumelle earlier this afternoon. Of course, it wasn't only Maumelle seeing the snowfall. Our capital city also picked up some of that white stuff as well. And that's where we find our Jay Burr. Hey, Jay Burr, is it snowing out there? Are you staying warm?
Yeah, we outside here, Cassandra, and as you can see, it is really coming down now. Now, we've moved a little bit. We're now kind of off I-30 here, and just even within the last 15 minutes or so, the snowflakes have gotten a lot easier to catch on the tongue. That is, got one there. But kind of what the scene here is right now, you kind of see it. It's starting to accumulate a little bit in the grass areas right there. Now you kind of see the sidewalk here and even along the roads here. Let me just kind of swing it around here real quick. You can kind of see things not really sticking to the road. There is a little bit of a slush there. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can really see it just because it's dark outside, but for the most part, not really sticking, not really accumulating. My daughter just sent me a text. She was really worried about me getting home tonight. Don't worry, Abby. Currently, as it sits, I'm going to be okay. I'll be able to get home. Now, you do want to kind of take it easy over the roads or over the bridges, some of the overpasses, things like that. I know Hayden and Alex have really talked about this at large when it does come to those temperatures dropping. Obviously, those aren't going to be as traversed as maybe some of the main roads, so do obviously be careful on those. But as you can see, the winter wonderland is in full effect here in the capital city, and we'll definitely continue to monitor this as we kind of get into the evening. But for now, live in Little Rock, Jay Bird, KARK 4 News.
All right, Jay Bird, thank you so much for that live report. Well, the higher elevations of the state are certainly seeing the most snowfall today. This video was captured from Edwards Junction in Newton County. Goodness gracious, that looks cold. This is an area located just south of Jasper. As you can see, they received pretty significant snowfall there today. And these pictures here were sent to us from the Searcy County Chamber of Commerce in the town of Marshall. That's beautiful there. As you can see, snow has pretty much covered up the entire area. They posted these photos on social media, urging people to stay off the roads after several wreckers were called to rescue people on Backbone Mountain. Definitely dangerous out there. Well, northwest Arkansas is where the snowfall started earlier this morning. Fayetteville has seen snow accumulate both on the grass and the roadways. That's where we find our Alex Engel. Hey, Alex, how's it been going today?
Hey there, yeah, there is quite a bit of snow here in Fayetteville. We've had about 2 inches so far, and the accumulation is pretty much evident everywhere you go. But with that, we have seen some slushy conditions on the roads. Overall, we haven't had too many accidents or too many issues, but that slush is the main thing because the snow is quite wet. Perfect for snowballs, not as great for that travel. And RDOT is warning a possibility of black ice tonight as it freezes over and the snow moves out of this region. So if you are planning on heading out to the roads in this region tonight, you want to be extra cautious on those roads. But overall, we've had a pretty smooth snow day with lots of snow to throw snowballs in. Reporting back to you.
Alex, thank you so much. And now I do believe we have our Andrew Epperson back for us. He is live for us in Bradford. So Andrew, how are those conditions out there?
Well, I was saying earlier, Cassandra, the snow is coming down sideways out here. I'm trying not to get blown away here in Bradford. This is just north of Bald Knob and Searcy, and we were heading down south toward Bald Knob and had to pull over into a church parking lot. We'll show you some of the conditions down here on the ground. We heard Alex Engel talk about some of the slosh on the roads. It's starting to accumulate here in Bradford as well. We saw some crews working on Highway 167 going south. They were scraping the road and also pouring some salt, just getting ready to hopefully make those roads passable as time goes on. But we'll kind of show you how it's going sideways. We'll have our photographer Ethan here kind of point to this pole right here in the front of the church parking lot. You can see this snow is coming sideways. It's just hitting that side of the pole, but it's starting to pick up there on the side. I'll look back here in the frame. We started earlier up in Batesville, and there wasn't a lot of snow. It was more sleet. As we're driving south, Cassandra, we're starting to see it, and it's picking up. And so, as we heard from Nick, it's supposed to continue on throughout the night. So we'll send it back to you.
Well, you heard it straight from Andrew Epperson. Sideways snow is officially in Arkansas. Andrew, thank you so much. The Arkansas Razorbacks taking on LSU in Baton Rouge today without head coach Eric Musselman. We'll break down how the Hogs were able to walk away with a huge win. That's coming up in your Pig Trail Nation report.
Winter weather will be coming to an end after tonight, just before sunrise. That will take place tomorrow, and then we have got a warm-up. It's a brief one before we see, yes, another surge of cold air. We're going to talk about all of this, including what's expected to continue to play out over the next 8 or so hours right after this.
Model sale at Family Leisure. Huge savings store-wide. Now is the time to buy. Stop in today. Recent weather telling you your roof needs repairs? Or maybe you need a new roof.